showing off their style as they arrive at the arena today. No shortage of fashion sense in this group.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Durant. Stephen Curry's out there with Thompson. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Shays in at the power forward position. And for Toronto, Jordan is out there with Johnson. Then it's Kareem. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Carter in at the 3 slot. Steve, no small ball here tonight. Both teams rely on their centers to set the tone at both ends.
And with the way teams switch nowadays, you don't know if they'll be guarding each other. It's not the type of head-to-head matchup we might have seen 20 years ago.
Any other time they take the bloody time. Today they're like, Curry, quick, Ben stood up. Really much.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Here's Thompson, and there's the drive.
And right off the tip, they get the early offense. Defense looks like it might be running late tonight.
Here's Carter, and Vince Carter with the slam.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Durant, Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss.
Can't fault the play call, even though he couldn't convert. That's a good shot.
And the dunk by Jordan.
And you know how that play is going to end. Jordan in the air, adjusting effortlessly.
Now here's Thompson. Sweet move. Curry kicks to Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Really hoping he'll do.
They don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not enough to leave open. And Bosh can use his size like he did there. And he can step out, hit the jump shot as well. You love the versatility.
Here's Thompson. Here's Shays. From outside, off the mark. Got a piece of it.
That's not good.
Inside.
Kidding me, Michael Jordan? He called for it.
The pass to Chamberlain.
Ooh, good work. Magic Johnson was that.
And that's on a bounce. Philadelphia will retain possession.
They could set up the camera.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Bosh.
Yeah, well, it'd just be...
They're just being the way.
It'd just be the Superman hitting them. It just goes to pause. Ashes.
1:39 left in the first quarter.
And also,
Jordan against Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk.
I think
like
it was my guy
that in a
actually in the back end.
And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Durant. Rebound by the Raptors.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Not the other way.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Leonard, no luck.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Shays the pass to Curry. Here's Shays. There's the triple. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
From past the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Carter's got 5 points so far.
What vision. Kawhi getting his teammates a good look.
Pass to Shays. He dishes it to Chamberlain. Outside for Durant. Pass to Curry. 6 to shoot. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
It will be a rare night that you're going to outdo Stephen Curry in a game of matching threes.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
It's not that good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And it's out of bounds.
So he just tapped it back to someone else there.
Or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
We did the bench as well. There we go. Yeah, you're going to knock the person throwing on the ball.
It's all tied in Toronto, and will return shortly.
Doing sweet fades and I don't know, stand version.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Steve, there's a whole lot of young talent throughout the NBA, but which players to you stand out above the rest?
Kevin, there's the obvious ones like Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, SGA, John Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They are consistently growing as players. I have keeping my eye on a guy like Evan Mobley. He could be an all-time great defender.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Wilkins. Then there's Carter. Then there's Maravich. And it's Shaq in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
Cunningham passes to Embiid. Back to Cunningham. Now here's Embiid. Blocker, Joel Embiid.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Maravich against Iverson. And again, Toronto with the triple.
That's why they call him the pistol. One of the most entertaining scorers in the game. And finding that one from deep.
Goes back up. Iverson passes to Durant.
Oh, flip pass.
Cunningham for 3. And Maravich pulls it down. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Wilkins. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Look at Wilkins. Everybody talks about the spectacular athleticism, but in some ways, he's just underrated as a basketball
player. Why say who? Why didn't you just write that? Same now, let it slide
for his team.
Some changes for Toronto.
It is not a bad
for O'Neal. Jordan comes in.
Although it's in the title,
and it's Johnson
doesn't mean it's bad.
Here's Shea. Still yet to score. Out to KD for 3.
Should have ran that whole time.
Shays can't hit. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for Toronto. A pass to Bosh.
Jesus Christ.
Stolen by Durant.
What do you mean?
Embiid with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 6. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
The way they've been going after
didn't mean to do that
in this game, it has been super.
Yeah, me too.
They are wreaking havoc right now.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
Cans it from downtown.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this
magic.
And the basket by Johnson.
You haven't seen them other matches. Actually, I think there's been
off the dribble. This time burning the defense with the catch.
How are they cheating?
And the 3 ball
is
both teams running.
No, he's saying my team's cheating.
That are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Here's Carter, and he makes that one. He's got 12.
Put your hands up in the
This
air.
is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Pass to Shea. This one for three. Another three for Philadelphia.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Embiid wide open. And the 76ers tack on two more.
The IQ for the game sets KD apart.
And it's Carter
missing.
What
are you doing, Johnson Bosch? What the hell is Jack doing?
Thompson finds KD. Outside for Curry. And some good action for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Katie. It looks like you guys were able to build.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
I just don't think they can actually hit it easily. This guy's so poor, he had to get his stuff recorded at the place, not in the studio.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half of the game that's been fairly even so far. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. We've got Thompson.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure
I'm going to stop this massive, awesome, massive dunk.
In at the 4 slot. The 76ers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Well, if he just committed to doing
that. As he's been in the NBA, we're looking at one of the greatest college players of all time. Thompson at NC State was a beast. The Wolfpack were dominant when Thompson was there.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
That's good.
Thank you, Kevin.
So, get some fouls. Maybe they'll do a change quickly. David Aldridge.
There's nothing to be happy about just getting to the conference finals or the finals. You got to win the whole thing. That's the goal. And every single day, it's just trying to find ways to make that happen. Back to you.
Yep, all or nothing. David, thank you.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game.
Very good if you have a shooter.
Perfectly to get that shot.
Now Thompson. Carter's missing on the 3. KD dishes to Curry. Back to KD. And then Durant.
Was that a sensitive edge?
Showing off the vision. Stephen Curry wasted no time finding his open man.
Here's Bosch.
We have to go first.
Waited for someone else to defend it.
Fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. Good, and Abdul-Jabbar gets the assist. Abdul-Jabbar's got 3 assists tonight. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Thompson, and it's sent back by Bosch.
Oh, using that length on defense, Bosch positioning himself well to come up with the block.
It's not in.
And it's Carter missing. Philadelphia has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
It's good.
Carter can't get that one to fall.
And he has been ice cold from
bad thing about this team. They don't have a good three-point shooter. He's got a bunch of assholes.
He's
not good.
If he wants to help
he's good, but
Outside
he's
Jordan.
not.
And it's Jordan slamming it down.
If he's better at 2 points, Vince Carter's never been a 3-point shooter. He's had a good season for 3-point shooting, but he's not a 3-point shooter. Steph Curry, 3-point shooter. You don't say, oh, remember Steph Curry doing that dunk? Because he's never done it.
Continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
And
it's only third quarter.
Jordan's got 6.
And you can just see the extraordinary competitiveness.
Laser
focused after absorbing the contact. And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Guys, straight power there. Straight power. Thompson right side.
Well, when no one wants to
Thompson's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
Not sure that you can be more
Pretty much
explosive than Thompson's been here tonight. He's got it in his head that he's going to score every time down the floor.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come
threes, and you have to score nothing. And not waste any time, because I can't even have a minute gone.
Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
All right, let's see what a system of the game will be.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters.
Here we go.
The 76ers leading by 13. Johnson is out there with Michael Jordan. And there's Carter.
Jordan.
There's Bosh. And it's Abdul-Jabbar at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Toronto shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better, mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
Philadelphia shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
When KD goes up, there's no way to stop him.
Here's Carter, and the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got 19 points.
His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
For 3, Durant. Here's Embiid. Lets it go from deep. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Embiid.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Now the pass to Curry. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression.
And he's like, oh, bullshit gay stuff. I like gay
leave no
in the
chance
game.
for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make.
My team just got no
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
And it's
Like the only thing my team can do is 2s, but then as soon as your team sinks 3, it makes it that we haven't scored 1.
He's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Embiid, the pass to Shea.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Philadelphia.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
When you're that long and that athletic, I'll tell you, KD has the ability to put a little extra on it.
That was not good.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Philadelphia.
Oh, I didn't say that guy.
1 point by 20.
This is like it, yeah. This is like it.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Here's KD, and then Durant with the dunk.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
It doesn't help.
That's what's last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group, and the 76ers also making a change. Iverson's checked in for James Harden.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter. Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
The three from Iverson. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Toronto with the ball. Down low. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fires the three. The shot's good from Shades.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc. A key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
Here's Iverson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance.
Man, my team's got Mavericks.
The master of the and-one. Just a rugged, undersized guard who plays well through contact.
Bosh, no one around him, and the Raptors miss again.
Oh, shit.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily.
Well,
to
that
come
match
into an
got
opponent's
blown out
building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with Kevin Durant. KD, slow start for you offensively, but you were able to stay aggressive. How do you keep that mentality as a great scorer?
Thank you for that, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports.
I think so. I'd have Steph Curry step up because no one else on my team can actually do anything. So he got you 40 points responsible for. And he's responsible for 28. And he scored 26.
He done this one assist. Yeah, he done one assist.